It's me, your little boy, Samson. I have this message to give us today, chosen ones. Let me tell you, there are people who are in your life right now who are suffering. I mean, they are seriously suffering. They are not doing well because they come against you. Yes, because they wanted to make sure everything about you get destroyed. Listen to choosing. This is something that you need to know, that they want things to become worse. Like they get pressure, they get joy in seeing you struggling. But it turned up against them now because they were content. They were filled with joy. They were massively so content because of the fact that you were struggling. Yes, many of them were earnestly, secretly having pleasure in your difficult time, believing and hoping that that is how it will accurately be. They were rejoicing, celebrating, but what really shocked them and what is now really killing them every day is that it went against them, it turned against them, it backfired them, meaning that they are not the one carrying the struggle, they are not the one suffering. Listen, they were hoping that you will be suffering for the rest of your life. You will never be able to amount for something. I don't used to tell people that there are people in your life that the main purpose why they are there is to keep you in bondage, to keep your life messed up, to make your life miserable, to make your life, mysteriously miserable, living in pain, living in difficulties, living in actual poverty. But it did not work out. Now they are suffering in seeing you living in abundance. They are suffering in seeing you living in blessing. They are suffering in seeing you living with unmerited and merited blessings and favor. Listen, a lot of people are no longer with their own life anymore. They are the shadow of their own life. They are shadows. They are no longer with their life. They are no longer within themselves. Everything about them is already dead. Why? Because they went against you. They made up their mind to come against you. They made up their mind never to see you do well right within them. They made up their mind because they want you to keep suffering so that they can end up saying their God is good. But everything turned out never the way they prayed, never the way they expected. Now it's killing them deeply, brothers. These people are getting it hard because they are not only watching you living in abundance, but they are living accurately in pain. They are living with losses. They are living with decrease. They are living with perpetual pain, perpetual losses, perpetual damages. They are condemned. Everything within them is condemned. Everything within them is damaged for coming up against you. And that is something that is embarrassing a lot. That is something that is hugely embarrassing a lot of people out there. Because they never thought it would be so. They never believed it would turn out like this. They never believe it. They thought life will treat them absolutely nice, but not knowing that life will accurately turn against them. Not knowing that life will accurately never be merciful to them. Not knowing that life will become more worst than ever for coming up against you. Listen, a lot of people, they were secretly gathering, hoping to mock, because they have been mocking, hoping to mock at the end, hoping to get the last mock, the last laugh, but they end up getting the last sadness, the last pain, the last suffering, frustration. Remain blessed.